Good morning or good afternoon, boys and girls. I hope you're having a good day and doing a good job. I wanted to talk to you about our caterpillars before we got them out. I'm very excited and I'm so sad I'm missing it, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about them before you get to see them. First of all, remember we talked about that these are our painted lady butterflies. Right now they're caterpillars. When we got them yesterday, they were so tiny. They were put in as an egg. And when we took them out yesterday after school, the teachers, they were very, very tiny. They've already gotten bigger this morning. Inside the cup, you're going to see food. This is the food that the caterpillars would eat out in nature. What they did at the bug farm was to take all of those plants and put them in a blender and mix them up and then let it dry out a little bit and put them in a cup. We took them out and put each inside a little cup and kind of smushed it down a little bit. Then we carefully took a paintbrush that had never been used and carefully took the caterpillars one at a time and put them inside the cup and put the lid on. Inside the cup today, I want you to look to see if you notice some tiny green balls. The tiny green balls are called frass, rhymes with grass. Frass is actually like a caterpillar's poop. I know that sounds kind of gross, but listen. A caterpillar eats plants all day. We're going to learn a poem next week about a caterpillar. And all he does is chew and chew and chew and chew and chew. And that's what this caterpillar is doing. And it goes right through him. And he only keeps inside his body the part that's going to help him turn into a cat or turn into a butterfly when it's time. He's going to eat and eat and eat, and then it's going to pass right through him. And that's why it looks the same color as the food. But it's little tiny balls. The other thing I want you to look for, do you notice any tiny black balls? The black balls are actually skin. Yesterday when we took those tiny, tiny caterpillars out, they were already tiny little teeny, weeny, itsy bitsy little balls of skin. They'd already peeled off their skin once. Every time they get ready to grow a little more and they need more room, it's kind of like taking off a sock. They just peel off their skin, and underneath they have a really stretchy skin that can stretch out. When that one gets stretched to the most and they need more room, they peel that one off, and it comes off just like you do when you're pulling out your socks real fast, just like a ball. It ends up in a ball. And that's what's in here. I don't see, in this one, I don't see any black balls of skin. But I do notice the caterpillar is a lot bigger than yesterday. So we'll have to see when it's time for you to look at these, whether or not you notice any balls. Now, before you get these, I want to remind you about some rules. I have to tell you a story, and it's a very true story. It's a sad story. The very first time Mr. Hakama ever got these caterpillars in my classroom, we were so excited. We watched them change. They made their chrysalis and hung upside down and were changing into butterflies. And one of my students, who was so excited, went and picked up the cup and accidentally dropped it. And when he dropped it, all of the caterpillars inside died. He felt horrible. The rest of the class felt horrible. I felt horrible. But there wasn't anything we could do. He didn't mean to hurt them. But that's one of the reasons we have a rule. When your teacher gives you the cup of caterpillars, you don't touch them. You can bend down and look at them, look around with your head, but you can't put your hands on them. If you put your hands on them, then your teacher's going to take them away. Okay, and that's the same way with me or with any other teacher in the classroom. We want to keep our caterpillars safe and growing so we can see them become a butterfly. Okay? Now, when you get your cup, I want you to take a really close look. I want you to check out, do you see the food? Do you see the balls of frass? Do you see any webbing? One of the things that these caterpillars do is they protect themselves from predators. Lots of things love to eat caterpillars for lunch. So they use silk, just like spider webs, but it's caterpillar webs. And they spin silk, and they have webbing inside around them so that if something comes up and tries to get to it, it kind of gets stuck on the webbing. I don't see any webbing so far in this cup. I wonder by the time you look at your cups whether or not you'll see some. Check out the colors you see on the caterpillar. It might just look black, but do you see some spikes? Do you see any colors on those spikes? What do you notice? Because when it's come time for you to do your journal page, every time I want you to draw exactly what you see. I don't want you to draw butterflies. There are no butterflies in this kit. There's no butterflies. And most of you will only have one caterpillar inside your cup. Okay, there's just enough food for one. A couple of cups might have two. We'll have to see. Okay, but I want you to draw exactly what you see each day. You're going to label your journal page, and your teacher's going to explain that to you. But I want you to first draw exactly what you see. That's what a good bug scientist always does. An entomologist is a bug scientist, and that's what you're going to be. Right, I'm so disappointed I can't see you today, but I hope you're going to do your best job. I hope you're doing an excellent job, and I can't wait to get a good report. I'm hoping you're getting lots of gumballs on the machine. I can't wait to see them. And boys and girls, do your best. All right, have a good rest of your day.